Hello cactus and succulent growers, I'm Lynn and welcome to Desert Plants of Avalon by the Sea. And first of all, I just want to start off by apologising for no videos over the past 3 weeks. As I'm sure many of you are aware, we've moved house 3 weeks ago and it has been unbelievably manically busy, as you can imagine, with a house move. Plus I haven't had any home internet until now, so although I have had internet on my phone, I can only really use it for very basic things, and the signal isn't brilliant either on my phone, so I haven't even been able to check emails and things like that. So apologies for you all who've been contacting me and I've not been in touch. It's all gone really well, and now we're back online. I can get doing videos and that, but as you can imagine, with a house move, it has been incredibly stressful, and it's not all been smooth sailing. On a positive note, plants are all arrived pretty safe. There's been a few that have got a little bit damaged, mainly I think possibly from the sun, which I'm going to show you in a minute, that's in the garden, but they're all recoverable. And it has been, well, first of all, I'm going to talk about what happened. When we moved them all on the van, they all arrived perfectly safe, no damages. That was the easy part. However, when we got them here, I mentioned beforehand that I was going to be putting them in the garden and putting them onto tables and covering them with a bit of a shelf and that to protect them from the rain. Stupid idea. I had no idea how windy living by the sea is going to be, and the wind just blew off all of the plastic cover we put on to protect them. And the first 3 days we were here, it rained, and when I say rain, it was torrential rain and very windy, and as a result a lot of plants were completely soaked. And once they're wet, you can't really cover them, and trying to keep the cover on when it's windy by the coast is not practical. So I had to, obviously priority was drying out the plants, because although they needed a good water, and it was lovely for them to have that lovely rainwater, at the same time they do need to dry out in between waterings, and I didn't know how long the rain was going to last. Weather has been absolutely beautiful now here the past 2 weeks, which has been amazing. But I didn't know that, so I had to bring a lot of the plants in, take them into our kitchen, put them on tables and put them under grow lights and turn the heating up just to dry them out. And as you can see here, they were all under the grow lights, and most important thing is I didn't want them to lose their buds as well, which concerned me, because although buds is the least important thing, I wanted to make sure the plants were going to be safe. I didn't want them to lose their lovely buds. So under the grow lights for a week. And then the weather just picked up, and it's been absolutely gorgeous since. I mean, look at that lovely view from the sea, which we have outside there. It's beautiful. And then we thought, well, okay, those of you know I'm getting a new greenhouse. We're getting one by a company called Steel Tech Sheds. It's absolutely top-notch, really good quality greenhouses. But it's going to be 2 months, possibly even longer, because we have to have a concrete base fitted as well before we get the greenhouse. So I thought I have to protect the ones that need to be protected from excess rain in something. So we got this little greenhouse from plastic greenhouse from Amazon, and they sort of do the job to keep the plants clean. However, I spent another 2 days putting this up, putting all the plants away into some type of order. So I thought, great, I can come in here and film a bit of an update and even get a video uploaded at the library till we get back online with the internet again. However, what a stupid idea that was as well, because it was fine the first couple of days. I had them lovely arranged beautifully on here, and then by the 3rd day it was not necessarily very windy as such, but it was a bit windier. And it wasn't that the wind knocked any plants off. These shelves here, these plastic shelves, they get a bit of wind, they wobble. And then these here act like trampolines, and plants just bounced off fell onto the floor. I'm going to show you a bit of a video clip here that I filmed at the time it happened, and you'll see how, you know, living on a coastal windy area and having these plastic greenhouses when you've got plants on the top shelf, it's not a good idea. Have a look at this, guys. Guys, you can see how chaotic it's been because it's so windy by the coast here, and plants, these little polytunnel things here to keep the rain off, are not practical when you live by the coast. And you can see plants have just fell off left. It's been so crazy because these shelves act like trampolines, so a lot of plants just totally blown off here. Oh, it's been a nightmare trying to get myself straight. Luckily, there's nothing that can't be recoverable. Plants can be recovered and there's nothing dead. So then I had to think of plan B. So I had to take plants off the shelves that's going to bounce off. Took them all off here. And these ones are sort of okay here and that. And then I had to put 2 trays on the floor of the plants so nothing can bounce off. It's a bit annoying because there's a lot of space in here we can't use. But it just means the plants are protected for now. And I can still come in and film, and I'm going to be doing a proper update on the collection in here as well in the next few days, so do stay tuned. So we had a few little hiccups, obviously, but now we're sort of a bit settled here, and the most exciting part now is going to get our new greenhouse, proper greenhouse. That is a very good one coming. But first of all, I'm just going to take you out into the lovely garden. Before we have the greenhouse fitted, we have to obviously clear all of this area because we have to have a concrete base fitted. Well, we don't have to, but we want to because it's going to be very solid. Living by the coast, it can get very windy, as I mentioned, so we have to have a greenhouse that is really solid to the ground. So we've got a couple of friends coming round. They're going to be putting a big concrete base here in the garden, and that could be probably in another month's time, and then we have to leave it a couple of weeks or so till it's completely solid, and then we get the greenhouse fitted. And I'm going to film everything, guys. I'm going to film when we have the base put down and when the guys come to put the greenhouse up, which is going to be mega exciting. It's been my dream now to have a proper greenhouse for these cacti and succulents. And again, before we can have the concrete base fitted, we have to clear a lot of this space. I just show you this garden here. It actually goes all the way back here, but a lot of this is all sort of ivy and brambles and weeds, and this has to all be cleared so we can get right to the back so we can put the greenhouse up. And obviously once that is done, which is going to take some time, probably another few weeks, then we can have the concrete base. But it's loads of space here, as you can see, and bigger than what we had at the last place, and a proper garden as well. It also means we've got all of this back to plant some of our lovely garden plants. Got our lovely monkey puzzle and monkey puzzles, and some of the hardier plants that can go out by the coast. Some of our succulents, such as the agaves, can stay out here pretty much all year. So it's going to be a lovely display with everything. But it's been very busy and priority has been making sure all the plants were safe. So although this is a little bit Mickey Mouse, they do the job actually. If you don't have to worry about winds, but by the coast this wouldn't last 5 minutes in the winter. But at this time of year, spring or summer, it's okay till we get the greenhouse fitted, and it means the plants in here are protected from any excess rains, and the extra heat in here as well helps them all to come into flower. Tons in bud, but I'm going to be doing an update in the next few days. And apologies, as I mentioned, about not being able to get on to reply to your comments. I'm somebody who loves to, when I put videos up, reply pretty quickly to everyone. I just haven't been able to because we've had no home internet. And as I say, on my phone, it's not been practical to do it. And possibly as well, I've been absolutely mega busy, as you can imagine. But back in order. So do do stay tuned for many future videos coming up, and bear in mind I will get replying to all of your lovely comments over the next few days. Wow, now I'm just going to take you out and show you a little bit of the garden. I'm going to be doing a proper tour of our coastal garden here with all the plants, and also a proper update in here as well. So this is our sort of little bit of a patch here where we've got a lot of the other cacti and succulents that can take the rain and also the winds as well, and they're absolutely thriving. Normally, as I mentioned, I love to have cacti, all the genus together, all the succulents together, but it's just having to put things where we can put them at the moment, because we're having to obviously clear in the garden here, because this is where the greenhouse is going to go. And we can't have all the cacti and succulents in the garden because they have to be pushed aside to make space for when we have the concrete base fitted for the greenhouse. But they're all doing really well out here, and although they're outdoors, the one benefits with living on the seaside is that when it does rain, even heavy rain, it does dry out quick because of the winds. At the moment it's a lovely calm day, so it's been great for me to come out and film here, and they're thriving. This is a little bit of a cactus and succulent coastal garden. Obviously the majority of these will be going, if not all of these, will be going into the new greenhouse. Certainly all of them when it comes up to the winter time. A lot of these can stay out over the spring and the summer anyway, especially the hardier ones and all the opuntias. But they're loving it, as you can see out here. And the dikeas here, these are like a bromeliad related to the air plants, and they are absolutely loving the sea air here, the fresh sea air. They've doubled in size. I'm not joking, you guys, they're huge. So obviously when I put them out here when we first moved, I remember thinking I have to repot these. They need to be repotted, and they've just doubled in size. I haven't repotted them. This is just the sea air. It's incredible. They seem to be really loving it. And cacti and succulents, the one advantage of them is that when you're growing plants by the coast, there are some that can be sensitive to the sea air and the coastal winds and that. But cacti and succulents are very, very tough. In fact, many of them actually grow on the coast. So this is ideal for them. And we've got a lot of our opuntias out here. Oh, big echinopsis. Some I've been repotting. I've been taken apart here. And more opuntias down the back here. So I'm going to do a nice little opuntia display here. Lots of the trichocereus. And as I mentioned, I'm going to be doing a bit of an update tour. I'll do one of the actual our cacti and succulents here in our coastal garden in the next few days. I'm going to do a proper update as well in the little plastic greenhouse because there's a lot happening and loads are coming into bud, which is mega exciting too. Guys, you're not going to believe this. I was just out here doing a few little plant jobs, and I heard a big thud on top of this greenhouse roof. I looked up, quack, 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 quack. Big seagull flew right above me. There's another one over there, well, a bird. And I thought, what the hell is that? And I looked. Oh, look, a dead fish. So a seagull must have got a big fish from the sea and just, for some reason, fell out its mouth, plonk, plonk, on the roof of the greenhouse here, and just fell. Oh, it's disgusting. Oh dear. But living by the sea is an absolute incredible bonus. It's a lovely and calm now, and plants are really enjoying that gorgeous sunshine. And this little plastic greenhouse, they're not brilliant, especially when it's windy, and I'm living on the coast, it's extra windier, but it sort of keeps the rain off the more delicate ones, and it gets the heat in here. And you can see flowers starting to appear, tons of buds on everything. Look at that, Echinopsis packed with buds. Loads of the mammillarias all in bud here. So it sort of does the job until we get our lovely new greenhouse. I'm very excited about that, and of course I'm going to be filming the whole process when we have the concrete base fitted that our wonderful friends are doing for us. And then obviously when the installation of the greenhouse is going to be done, but it could be, say, a couple of months, because first of all we have a lot to do in the garden first. As I mentioned, we have to clear all of this to make space for the greenhouse, and then they're going to be coming to put the concrete base down, and that has to set for a couple of weeks or so before the greenhouse is able to be put up. But it's going to be really, really exciting. I'm going to film all that process obviously with you when we have the new greenhouse. And the greenhouse we're getting is by a company called Steel Tech Sheds. They're here in Ireland, and they cover the whole of the island of Ireland, and they're they've got an extremely good reputation. And the reason why we go for Steel Tech Sheds, the company, is because their greenhouses are especially good if you live in very windy areas, such as on the coast, which we do. It's very exposed here, because our garden, you just literally walk out and you're on the beach. Absolute a heaven paradise, by the way. But obviously with that comes the strong winds. But their greenhouses are built to stand 200 km/h winds. So even in a very, very strong windy, and even in storms, it's not going to break. And they've also guaranteed as well 20 years, so any problems. So we've really invested in this greenhouse, which is going to be absolutely amazing for all the cacti and succulents. A proper greenhouse, which is very exciting. Show you the buds there on the Prodia there. So obviously it's a little bit ickety-pickety now, and this little plastic greenhouse from Amazon, it's a little bit Mickey Mouse, as they say, but it keeps them dry. And obviously the biggest downfall is because these shelves here, they're not strong. When it's very windy, they blow and everything bounces off, as I've showed you in that video clip. And that's why I can't put any on these shelves here, and they're all having to be on the floor. But they're lapping up that sunshine, and they're all coming into bud. And it's a very exciting time of year. Look at them buds, guys. So some of the euphorbias have got this sort of like brown spotting on. It's not rot, it's where the sun has been on them, because they were in my grow room and pretty much in a shady spot, and I did actually cover them with shade cloth when we moved, but as I mentioned, that the winds just blew it off. It's impossible to keep off, and it's got a bit of spotting, but it will recover. I've had this before on euphorbias. It's not rot, it's hard, and it's just the exterior, and it will heal over. They're pretty tough. So just thought I'd do that little update for you guys. And again, apologies for being missing in action for 3 weeks. It has been extremely, I mean, it's been very, 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 very exciting with the house move, but it has been very, very stressful, because obviously the plants have been priority. We've still got tons and tons of boxes, not plants, but clothes, knickknacks, and all the things you have when you have things in the house that have to unpack. The cacti and succulents have been the priority, and first week was stressful because it was very windy, wet, and had to bring all of these indoors into the kitchen under the grow lights, as I showed you. And then after that week we got this little plastic greenhouse. You know, not ideal, but it does the job. It just keeps them protected from excess rain. All the ones we've got out here can take the rain, no bother, but these ones are sensitive. So although this time of year they can take plenty of watering, I do like to let cacti dry out in between waterings as well, so they need that. And also I don't want any rain washing off any of them, blowing off the buds and things like that with the winds. So this is sort of going to do for now, but stay tuned, because I'm going to do a proper update in here, show you what is coming into bud, and that, because I can still come in here and do my updates, and they're getting plenty of sunshine here too. So thank you so much everyone for all of your patience over the past 3 weeks. And again, my apologies for not being able to reply to any of my comments or even give you a heart. I have been able to read them, and they've meant so much to me because I've had internet on my phone, so I can get reading them, but I can't get replying to any or even giving them a heart because my phone internet is linked to a different email to what I log in on my laptop with my YouTube channel. I know it sounds a bit strange, but it doesn't let me log in on my phone, so that's why I've not been able to update you all until now. But this is an exciting journey, and we're absolutely loving it here, living by the sea. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. The most beautiful place on earth, in fact. And it's like a dream come true for us. It really is. So stay tuned. Now I'm sort of getting myself a little bit settled and into some type of order with everything. I'll do a proper tour in here with an update on all the plants and a lovely little coastal garden tour of what we've got out in the garden as well. Also guys, stay tuned as well in the coming couple of weeks of a complete house plant tour, because we've got a gorgeous kitchen here that lets tons of light in because it's got big windows, and our plants have been displayed beautifully, all the house plants. So obviously I'm going to be doing a lovely house plant tour with you as well to show you them. It's been lovely to be able to display them properly. And also we have a gorgeous kitty. It's quite amazing really, because it's funny, the day after we moved in we had a gorgeous cat, a lovely ginger cat. We've named him Honey. Just turn up at the window, and we opened the door. Obviously he ran in. He's been very, very friendly. He's obviously one of our neighbours' cats because he's very well fed, looked after, but he's lovely, lovely company. So it's lovely. You're going to see him in the videos too. I'm also going to be taking you up onto the beach, because you literally walk outside our garden gate and you're on the beach. That's how close we are. And there's lots of little beaches all around here. There's not one beach, there's loads of them. It's absolutely gorgeous. So stay tuned for a video when I do the update of the plants, what's coming into bud and everything. And I will take you onto the beach, and you can just see how beautiful the beach is right in our at the bottom of our back garden. Thank you all so much for your patience and your incredible support. And thank you all so much for watching. I want to wish you all tons of love, heaps of happiness, and tons of amazing cactus power.